Dear Capricorn, welcome to your astrology horoscope for November 2019. I'm quite excited because we have so many interesting stuff to discuss. Mercury turning retrograde and goes back direct. Also, one of the most positive aspects, Venus joining Jupiter together. Mars will have some challenging influences, so we have to prepare for that. And of course, a full moon and a new moon. So before we dive deeper, let me tell you that I have a special surprise for you. You can win a free reading. Just make sure to watch until the end of the video and you will learn how easy it is. Now, starting with the end of the previous month, actually, the 31st of October is when Mercury turns retrograde. It will be in Scorpio in your 11th house, and it will stay there. So no ingressions in signs and houses, just there, 11th house, until the 20th of the month. And the things you need to be cautious of: communities, groups, friendships, social projects, some kind of ideals that you are maybe chasing. Well, brand new start in brand new projects in regards to those areas may not be beneficial for you, so try to avoid them. For example, starting some big new social projects, not beneficial. However, old ones can be restarted. People from the past might come back into your life, especially friends, especially people who share the same worldview as you. So the social area may go through some kind of changes and transformations for you guys. But at the same time, this is also a beneficial period to go through those ideals of yours and maybe reconsider some of them. Maybe you need to change something. Maybe now you have a different perspective about things, which is okay. You know, those Mercury retrograde periods, they are not there just, to bring us problems and issues. Actually, they require from us to slow down, to internalize more things, and to maybe pay more attention to what we think, what's going on inside of us, and to really be more aware of what's going on. So not that bad, actually. And this time Mercury has only positive aspects, so we don't expect this transit to be very, very difficult, actually. Okay, also on the 1st, Venus will ingress Sagittarius and your 12th house. So this is a time when, again, you need to pay close attention to what you are experiencing internally. Maybe you can enjoy just to, spend more time alone, to pay more attention to your personal stuff, to relax emotionally, to separate with, feelings or even relationships that you just no longer need. So this is kind of the ending phase of certain period, especially in regards to your personal life. So just finish with the old stuff, just, get rid of the unnecessary stuff and prepare for the upcoming new beginning, which will come around the 25th of November. On the 5th, that's a big one for you guys. Mars in 10th squares Pluto in your 1st house. So you need to be extra careful, and especially when it comes to your own decisions, your own actions, affecting maybe some social projects, career, communication with authority figures. There might be some confrontations, there might be some kind of challenges, or maybe people trying to manipulate a little bit the situation, or using their power, their position. So don't get into those battles, because that's not productive. Try to be the wise one, try to avoid those serious confrontations, and be extra careful with your own actions and reactions, and especially when it comes to business and work. Then on the 8th of November, positive combination. The Sun in 11th with Saturn in 1st and Neptune in 3rd house. They are all supporting each other with positive aspects. This is a time when you may really achieve some significant visible results. The focus point here is Saturn, which is in your first house. So personal, stable results. They may include some ideas. They may include something related to communication. Generally, other people may play a big role here because 3rd and 11th house are social houses and they are supporting you, your first house. So don't be afraid to ask for advices, for help from other people, maybe even to delegate something. And just try to put all of that into a concrete form, into a visible form. You might get really successful around this day. After that, on the 9th, Mercury retro in 11th house, having positive aspect with Pluto in your first house. So again, you are part of the game, your own actions, your own behavior, your own project. And this may include support from friends, from people coming from the past, or you focusing, working on some kind of ideal, some kind of vision that you have for the future. Again, it's not something brand new, probably it's something which you have already started or you have already worked on, but now it's a time to reassess. It's time to kind of be more flexible, maybe change a little bit your approach. But after all, that's a very nice combination which can bring you results. Then on the 11th of November, the Sun is joining Mercury retrograde in your 11th house. So what a great time to concentrate, to focus, to be even passionate about some kind of ideal, some kind of project of yours, probably with a social impact or, you know, importance for other people. Not brand new things, let me remind you, but old ones which you can be kind of restarting. But here other people really play a major role, and you can be successful through this communication, through, you know, sharing ideas, spreading your message, restarting something in terms of, you know, social activities as well. After that, on the 12th, there is a full moon in your 5th and 11th house. This combination requires finding the balance between personal life and social life, between the heart and the mind, between love and friendships. And maybe you need to change something. Maybe you need to change. Here, the changing point is where the moon is, and that's your 5th house. So something about your emotions, something about creativity, something about your hobbies, or romantic life, or even kids. These are the areas where you need to be more flexible. You need to change something. And at the same time, there is a very positive combination between Mars in your 10th house and Jupiter in your 12th house. What a nice aspect, which can help you to be more ambitious, more motivated, at the same time achieve success in career. Mars is in 10th house, so some career project, but there is a support from 12th house, so something which is maybe not visible. It could be a guidance, it could be like the universe conspiring to help you, or receiving some kind of intuitive idea or inspiration which you can use and take action on it. That's an important part in regards to work and business and career. So yes, that's quite exciting as well. On the 13th, another triple aspect combination: Mercury retro in 11th, Saturn in 1st, and Neptune in 3rd house. So ideas from the past, ideas maybe even from the present, because Neptune is in 3rd house, but all of that mixed with lots of inspiration and creativity and some kind of guidance that you can receive. And on top of that, all of that can be materialized into something concrete and visible, because Saturn is in Capricorn in your 1st house, and that is the ruler of your sign. So all of that inspiration and creativity, ideas coming from the past might be put into a concrete form, bringing some visible results. So yes, I really like this combination. After that, on the 14th, challenging aspect, Venus in 12th house, triggering Neptune in your 3rd house. So emotionally, you might be too sensitive, too vulnerable, and you may realize some kind of illusions. Maybe you have lied yourself about something. Maybe you have tried to pretend something does not exist. Well, now it's time to really say those things, to admit them. In relationships, you may also realize some kind of truth, something that you haven't really enjoyed understanding or seeing or realizing. Well, it's always better to see the truth, in my opinion, of course. And also be careful with friends, 3rd house. Don't trust everyone. Don't trust, people, everyone on a daily basis, because there might be complications, there might be secrets, something kind of happening behind your back. So especially around this day, don't share, everything to everyone, because sometimes it might be a mistake actually. After that, on the 19th, Mars will ingress your 11th house, bringing more energy, more drive, more focus into your social projects, people you're doing together with, projects you're doing together with other people. And actually on the very next day, on the 20th, we have Mercury turning direct again in 11th house. So around those couple of days, you guys, and me as well, I'm also a Capricorn, we are having lots of things happening there. So there might be shifts, there might be new projects, new ideas. It's important to take action at the same time, to be proactive, but especially for some community work, some group work, group social projects. That's a big one. That's a very, very supportive combination. And then on the 22nd, the Sun ingress your 12th house. That's the time to reassess the past 1 year. That's the time for reflection, for reassessment, for completing what was important but you haven't completed yet for the past 1 year, and prepare for the upcoming start, for the upcoming new cycle. So find time for yourself to relax, to reflect, to maybe trust more your inner guidance, your intuition. For spiritual practices, that's also amazing. And then comes this very positive aspect, the most positive one, basically on the 24th, Venus together with Jupiter in your 12th house. So this may not bring something material for you guys, but this may bring you a deeper connection to yourself, a deeper understanding, enjoying, the time you have for yourself, your private life. The spiritual practices can bring you incredible joy and success at the same time. So yes, this is an aspect that you can use more for personal things internally. At the same time, you may also receive support from the universe. That's one of the best approaches, which honestly, recently, I'm trying to concentrate more and more. I'm even reading a book which I can recommend you. It's by Gabby Bernstein. I absolutely adore her. Her brand new book is called Super Attractor. So basically the main idea is to relax, to allow the things that we want to come. So not to push, not to go too much out there, to fight for everything, to lead battles, but actually the opposite. To trust the process, to open up to receive guidance, to receive what we need, what we want. I think that it's exactly what we need, Capricorns, with this aspect. The Sun in 12th house, basically we're going to have a new moon in 12th house as well. This extremely beneficial aspect, Jupiter and Venus in 12th house, that's the main thing we have to concentrate. So not how to lead battles, because as Capricorns we are more used to work extremely hard for what we want and what we need, but it's not always necessary. Actually, you always need also to allow things to come to you, to attract them really. So definitely check it. I think it can be very helpful for you guys. I totally enjoyed the book. Also, together with this beautiful combination, Mars in 11th house has an opposition with Uranus in 5th house. So this is a stressful aspect which can bring some surprises, some unexpected situations related to your friends or your kids or your romantic life or creativity. And we need to balance things, you know. Don't be too impulsive. Don't fall into the trap of confronting others, because I don't think that's actually constructive. But you can use it to maybe set free from some kind of limitations and boundaries and move forwards towards your future and really experience more freedom in your life. After that, on the 25th, Venus ingress Capricorn, Venus in 1st house, which is such a nice aspect to feel happier about yourself. One of the most important things also about this transit is self-love, connecting to yourself, appreciating yourself, loving yourself. And I have found that many people have problems even with verbalizing that, even with saying that I love myself, I love who I am, I appreciate myself. So it's even strange for them to say it, you know, they kind of feel embarrassed or awkward or whatever. So that's part of the game, you know, that's part of the really important things. If you want to be happy, if you want to materialize things, if you want to be successful, you have to respect and appreciate and love yourself. So Venus in the 1st house can really remind us and help us to do that, to get closer to this acceptance, you know, to this self-love actually. Of course, for all kinds of practical things, that can be very helpful as well, like relationships, like working more with your appearance, feeling more feminine, connecting to your feminine energy, or for men to be surrounded by beautiful women also. And for both women and men, this can be great for relationships and romance as well. Then on the 26th of November, the new moon in 12th house. So basically, we kind of talked about it a little bit. The most important this time, I think, is to open up, to trust the guidance that we can receive, to open up for the inspiration, not to fight for things, but to actually get rid of our own limitations that we have. You know, it's not just to attract, I mean, to fight for what you want, but instead to get rid of the limitations, which are actually the boundaries, the problems for things to materialize. So spiritual practices, working with this inner guidance, allowing yourself to receive support, even when you cannot understand it logically, that's still okay. And the 27th of November, Neptune turning direct in 3rd house. So around those days, be extra careful with information, with communication, all kinds of plans, documents, traveling, because sometimes Neptune likes to mess up things, you know, to bring those complicated situations. So more attention while Neptune is stationary on the 27th. After that, this can be a positive time to materialize more your ideas. So this internal inspiration or inner ideas which might have, you know, popped up in your mind while Neptune was retrograde, now you can materialize them easier. And the 28th, Mercury in 11th house, connecting positively to Neptune in 3rd house. Both of the planets are direct actually. So ideas, inspirational, creative ideas, extremely positive aspect for negotiations, for connecting to others, both for business and for your personal life, feeling more connected to your friends as well, helping others, being more supportive of other people, but also receiving the support from them as well. So yeah, that's just very, very nice. And even for creative ideas, this can be great. Another positive aspect on this day, Venus in Capricorn trining Uranus in 5th house. So that's amazing aspect for love and for creativity. These are the main things. Surprises, you know, unexpected things, but positive ones. New actions, new creative ideas, and you know, you may feel very inspired, you may enjoy the process, it may bring you variety and excitement, and love can really be like all over the place, bringing you those positive surprises that you really deserve. So this is a very nice day, guys. And the last one, Mercury in 11th house, connecting positively to Saturn in 1st on the 30th. Yes, this is great for all kinds of practical ideas, practical projects, but also taking action and achieving results. So use your logical mind, use the advices from other people, use other people to help you in your tasks, in your ideas, in your projects. That's a very productive combination. And now the fun part, how you can win the free reading by me. Just make a picture of yourself or a screenshot on your computer, on your mobile phone, post it on Instagram and tag me. Here is my profile name, Marina Stoichkova. I will include the link for my profile so it's more convenient for you. And make sure to follow me because I will announce the winner on my Instagram after Mercury goes direct, so after the 20th of November. Good luck to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, for being here. Let me know if you enjoy those type of presentations. And I'm sending you lots of kisses. I'll see you next month.